What you are about to witness is a chilling tale of terror that will make you think twice about being home alone. This is the story of 13 Maple Street, a house with a dark past and an even darker secret. A young woman, Sarah, walking up the front steps of the house. She hesitates before unlocking the door and stepping inside. Sarah had just moved into 13 Maple Street, unaware of the horrors that awaited her within its walls. Little did she know that she was not alone in the house. As Sarah explores the house, strange things begin to happen. Objects move on their own. Eerie whispers echo through the halls, and the temperature drops inexplicably. At first, Sarah dismissed these occurrences as her imagination running wild. But as the days passed, the presence in the house grew stronger, more malevolent. One night, Sarah is awakened by the sound of footsteps coming from the attic. She cautiously makes her way up the creaky stairs, the camera capturing her fear-stricken face in the dim light. What Sarah discovered in the attic would haunt her for the rest of her days. A dusty old journal, filled with the ramblings of a previous occupant, detailing the sinister events that had taken place in the house. As Sarah reads the journal, she noticed the shadows in the corner of the attic, where a faint figure can be seen lurking. The journal spoke of a malevolent spirit that had claimed the house as its own, preying on those who dared to live within its walls. Sarah realized that she was not alone in 13 Maple Street, and that whatever was haunting the house had set its sights on her. The tension builds as Sarah tries to escape the house, only to find herself trapped within its grasp. The camera captures her frantic attempts to flee, the sense of dread palpable in every frame. Will Sarah be able to escape the clutches of the malevolent spirit, or will she become another victim of 13 Maple Street? Watch as the horrifying truth unfolds in this bone-chilling tale of home alone horror. Remember, the next time you find yourself home alone, beware of the things that lurk in the shadows. You never know what horrors may be waiting for you just around the corner. Welcome to another bone-chilling tale of home alone horror. Tonight we delve into the story of a young man, Alex, who found himself facing a terror beyond his wildest nightmares when he was left home alone one fateful night. Alex, a college student, bidding his family goodbye as they leave for a weekend trip. He waves from the doorstep, the sound of the closing car door marking the beginning of his solitary weekend. As the hours passed, Alex settled in for a quiet night of studying, unaware of the horrors that awaited him in the darkness. Suddenly, a faint tapping sound echoed through the house, causing Alex to jump in his seat. He dismissed it as the wind, but the tapping persisted, growing louder and more insistent. In the living room, textbooks spread out on the coffee table. The clock on the wall ticks ominously as he struggles to concentrate, the silence of the house becoming increasingly oppressive. Suddenly, a faint tapping sound echoed through the house, causing Alex to jump in his seat. He dismissed it as the wind, but the tapping persisted, growing louder and more insistent. Alex is growing unease as he cautiously investigates the source of the tapping, the tension palpable in every step he takes. As Alex reached the front door, the tapping ceased, leaving him standing in the eerie silence of the house. Just as he turned to go back to his studies, a blood-curdling scream pierced the night, freezing him in his tracks. He saw front door where a shadowy figure can be seen standing just beyond the frosted glass. Alex's eyes widen in terror as the figure begins to pound on the door, its frantic movements accompanied by guttural, inhuman growls. With his heart pounding in his chest, Alex frantically searched for a place to hide, but the relentless pounding followed him through the house, growing louder and more menacing with each passing moment. As Alex cowers in a closet, the camera captures his panicked breathing and wide-eyed terror, the sound of the pounding reverberating through the walls. Will Alex survive the night, Or will he become another victim of the midnight visitor? Watch as the horrifying truth unfolds in this heart-stopping tale of home alone horror. Remember, the next time you find yourself home alone, beware of the things that lurk in the darkness. You never know what terrors may be waiting for you just beyond your doorstep. A seemingly uneventful weekend home alone for Maya takes a terrifying turn when the house itself starts talking. A cozy suburban house bathed in the warm glow of afternoon sunlight. Maya, a precocious 12-year-old, sprawls on the couch, lost in a fantasy novel, her parents' departure still fresh in her mind. Freedom. Sweet, glorious freedom. For Maya, being home alone wasn't a chore. It was an adventure. No curfews, no broccoli, just endless possibilities confined within the walls of her familiar house. Except this time, those walls felt diffs as night falls. A low, creaking sound echoes through the house. Maya dismisses it as the settling of the old structure, but a feeling of unease starts to creep in. The house, usually alive with the hum of appliances and the chatter of her parents, had grown eerily quiet. It wasn't an uncomfortable silence, but a watchful one, as if the house itself held its breath, observing her every move. Then it started. A whisper, barely audible at first, like the rustling of dried leaves. It seemed to emanate from the floorboards beneath her feet, a wordless murmur that pricked the hairs on her arms. Alone it whispered, the sound sending shivers down her spine. Maya investigates the whispers, tracing them to an old, boarded-up attic door. An unsettling curiosity draws her towards it, despite a growing sense of dread. Fear warred with fascination as Maya approached the attic door, its warped panels and rusted hinges whispering tales of forgotten secrets. The whispers grew louder, insistent, urging her to open it. With a shaking hand, she pushed against the rusty lock, feeling the aged wood groan in protest. Inside the attic, she finds a dusty rocking chair creaking softly in the darkness. As she approaches, the whispers crescendo, forming words. "Don't leave again," they moan, a chilling plea echoing through the dusty space. The attic was a repository of forgotten memories, its air thick with the scent of mothballs and decay. In the dim glow of her flashlight, Maya spotted a rocking chair by the window, gently swaying back and forth as if someone invisible occupied it. The whispers reached a fever pitch, forming a coherent, pleading sentence. Panic seized Maya. The house wasn't just whispering, it was begging, desperate for a reunion. Was it her parents' voices, trapped within the walls? Or something else? Something older, more sinister? As Maya tries to flee, the house itself becomes an obstacle course of creaking walls, slamming doors, and objects mysteriously blocking her path. The whispers morph into taunts and threats, promising never to let her leave. The house became a labyrinth, its familiar corridors twisting and turning, doors leading to unexpected rooms she'd never seen before. Every attempt to escape was met with new obstacles, the creaking floorboards like mocking laughter, the shadows dancing with malicious glee. Finally, cornered in a dusty basement, Maya understood. The house wasn't haunted by her parents. It was haunted by the memory of their departure, by the loneliness it felt in their absence. And it refused to let her go, seeking to replace her with an echo of the family it had lost. With a burst of desperate courage, Maya confronts the house, pouring her heart out, promising to remember her parents and to always return home. Slowly, the whispers soften, the house stills, and a single flickering light illuminates the basement staircase. The house fell silent, the oppressive atmosphere lifting like a fog. The staircase, previously blocked by fallen debris, was now clear. Stepping onto it, Maya felt a gentle, almost grateful whisper brush against her cheek. She stumbled out of the house, tears streaming down her face. No longer just a girl home alone, but a protector of her family's legacy. Maya never heard the house whisper again, but she understood its loneliness, its desperate need for connection. And in the years that followed, she made sure the house was never truly empty, carrying the memories of her parents within its walls, ensuring that the whispers, if they ever returned, would be whispers of joy, not despair. Subscribe, like, and comment if you enjoyed the story. Share your own creepy Home Alone experiences in the comments.